I've been doing some thinking, and I've come to the conclusion that it's kind of a half hero's path, kind of. So I've been rethinking after my Void Shard pulling video. I don't regret pulling these, and then I thought, man, should we pull some Sacred Shards? Should we pull the Ancient Shards? We're not touching the Primal Shards, hell freaking no. But I was thinking, should we freaking... Well, I don't know about whaling, but I'm gonna use that term anyways. Are we gonna whale out on the freaking Harmonious Path event? First, I didn't think it was possible. But then I was like, hold on a second. I saw Nubraids posted a video where he summoned this guy for about 20,000 points. And I'm like, what? I think I thought of that in the back of my head. I'm like, maybe that could work, but I don't want to risk it. But then I saw him do it. I'm like, okay, well, that works then. Get champions from any source. I guess, you know. But I was also saving it for personal CVC. But that being said, that's 20,000 points right there. And then we have... Oops, a lot of pop-ups today. So that's 20,000. None of these are actually void, so that's kind of yikes. But that's another 7,000. Another 7. Dude, the calculator right now, immediately. So what in total we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. Well, that's 21,000. Yeah, I don't need math for that. Plus 21,000. Okay, so that's 41,000. That is combining. We also need to summon some shards, and then we can get the 5-star soul. Thing is, with Helena, I've said in the past, I've said that I don't think she's gonna be a super necessary champion, but she's gonna be a very fun champion for the account. I've always loved poison champions in Dota 2, Dota. A bunch of poisons, seeing damage like tick 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 tick, and then you just die. It's cool. And her kit, if we go into it a little bit, attacks one enemy has a 30% up to 50% chance of activating 2 poison debuffs. Instantly activate all poison debuffs on the target if the target has any other skill on the cooldowns. Any other skills on cooldown. Attacks all enemies has a 100% chance of placing 5% poison debuffs on all enemies for 3 turns, then increasing the all turn meters by everyone's turn meter by 20%. And then attacks all enemies before attacking, places 50% increased accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns. Really good for placing poisons. Has a, I believe, 100% chance of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 2 turns. Also has a 100% chance of increasing the cooldowns of all enemies by 2 turns. 19% speed buff. And then the passive is increase all allies' turn meter by 2% whenever a poison debuff is activated on an enemy. If there are multiple champions, decreases enemies' crit rate by 5% and crit damage by 10%. For each poison debuff on them, this effect does not work against bosses. It would be cool if we could just, utilize her in PvP, but also a really fun PvE champion. And then I thought, because I thought we'll get to the fusions, alright? We're gonna fuse a couple. I'm like, can I just save my ass with just doing one and then some shard pulls? I don't know. We'll maybe do some shard pulls as well, because, dude, I don't know if this is stupid or not, but if we look at this, we have 50 points there, 50 points there. We have another 100 points there, so 200 points to collect. If we collect another 100 in 2 days and 17 hours, we can get ourselves a Skull of Treason, which is a really nice HP burn relic that I really want on certain champions. Dude, for not at all going to a Titan event to finishing milestone 4, what the hell are we doing? And then a Void Shard. Yeah, that's pushing it, I think. But without further ado, let's summon him. Is this gonna fuck up my personal CVC? Yeah, it will, but I do value the 5-star soul more than winning 2-3 Void Shards. And maybe a Sacred Shard too. So here we go. We're gonna have to summon all of them, so let's just get it over with. That we have Talina 7,500. Hello. We have Fallen, which we have a 3-star awakening for. Boom. This is the most summoned champions we've ever done. We have Thea. It's gonna be a little bit more. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. It's gonna be a little bit more than 2,000, 21,000, with like 22,000 or something, because it's 7,500. And then we have Anaxia, a mythical that we're not at all hyped about, but you know, oh my god, mythical. But we'll see. Let's go through a kit. I don't know. A1 attacks one enemy, heals all allies by 5% of their max HP, heals all allies by an additional 5% of their max HP if the champion attacks a target under leech. A2 attacks all enemies, heals all allies by 15% of their max HP. The value of the heal increases by 5% for each leech debuff on the enemy. If a champion receives any surplus heal, place a shield buff on that champion for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to the amount of surplus heal received by up to 30% of the champion's max HP. When you say heal all allies by 50% of this champion's max HP, I wonder, is there any champion that can sort of heal through destroy max HP? Because that's something that I've been sort of like looking for a little bit here and there. Then we have the A3 attacks all enemies. Place a leech debuff for 2 turns and a provoke debuff for 1 turn on all enemies. Also place a counter attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. Passive Battle Revelry. Each time this champion hits an enemy under a leech debuff, increases this champion's defense and HP by 5%, stacks up to 50%. When attacked by enemies whose attack is higher than or equal to their defense, has a 100% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. When attacked by enemies whose defense is higher than their attack, has a 100% chance of placing a decreased defense. Okay. When attacked by enemies under leech debuff, has a 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff. Okay. That's the first form. Dude, I know this is a mythical. I don't think I've ever been this not hyped about a mythical. That's insane. A1 in the second form attacks one enemy, plays a block buffs debuff for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted if the target's HP is lower than this champion's HP. Block buffs is kind of nice. Wish this was an AoE. Teehee. Attacks one enemy, will ignore stone skin, buffs the dam. Well, okay. The damage inflicted by the skill increased by 50% by 50% if the target is lower than this champion's. Well, if the target's HP is lower than this champion's. Resets the cooldown of the skill if the target is killed, which is that ever gonna happen? I don't know. Maybe. From what I've heard, he doesn't hit that hard. He's just kind of meh. But I mean, comparing that to an epic, this guy is probably better. You know what I mean? Soul Separator attacks one enemy. Before attacking, place a 30% increase crit damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Steals 50% of the target's turn meter. Steals 100% of the turn meter instead if the target's HP is lower than this. Destroys the max HP by 25% of the damage inflicted. Destroys the max HP by 50% of the damage inflicted if max HP is lower. Cool. And then the passive will ignore 15% of the target's defense if the target's HP is lower than this champion's. Will also ignore 15% of the target's defense if the target's on a leech. Every third attack skill this champion uses will attack all enemies instead. This champion joins every third attack. Every third attacking skill used by allies. Can't read today. This champion will use their default skill when joining that skill. And then a 35%. Looks cool. Oh, dude, I don't. You know, maybe try at some point. Maybe he's good, like in Curse City, you know, because we're struggling there a little bit. I guess, yeah, why not? Let's go with Dark Hail as well. I am basically making my personal CVC right now very difficult. But yeah. You know what? I'm more psyched about Dark Hail. With the poisons and everything. Attacks one enemy 3 times each hit has a 25% booked up to a 35% chance to instantly activate 2 poison debuffs. Or 1 poison debuff and an HP burn debuff. And the A2 attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. Each critical hit also has a 100% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs on the target by 1 turn. A3 has a 75% booked up to a 100% chance of placing 3 5% poison debuffs and a 25. What the fuck? On the target. Man, if that was AoE. Holy shit. Delirium decreased the crit rate of enemies under 2 or more poison debuffs. Decrease the crit rate of enemies under 2 or more poison debuffs by 15%. And then the classic, if there are more champions on this, blah 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 blah. Alright, cool. Hopefully gonna use him. Probably Curse Seed as well. There we go. We are going to. Okay. Are we good? Thank you. We are going to have to pull not that much. About 1 Sacred Shard? But that depends on what we get, right? Wait, hold on. I'm debating if we should pull a Sacred or a couple Ancient Shards. Rare 50. Legendary. Nah, we're gonna pull a Sacred. I think it was a while ago we actually got a Legendary. Who knows? But let's just pull a Sacred. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Who knows? That's an epic. That's the Fat Man once again. Let's have a quick look again. We are now at 47,000. Maybe there's gonna be a mix of both. Maybe so like 2 Sacreds and some Ancients. That's another epic, and that is Rain Beast. And what are we on now? We could technically pull like, let's do a 10 pop of blues, shall we? Wait. Let's be a little bit smart here. 49,260. How much is this? 22 coins. 49,260. No, fuck that. 10 Ancients or 1 Sacred? 10 Ancients. There we go. That's the 5-star soul. I would want to get the rest of the points. Well, that's an epic. That's another epic. Nothing too fun. Nah, not really. There we go. And here is the 5-star soul for her. Perfect. Now my question is, should we? Fuck, man. Wait, what would we get from the Titan event? Nothing too fun, but I want Skull of Treason. Fuck it, dude, fuck it. Fuck it. Well, that would mean we need how much? Let's see here. 3,750 times 2. And then plus 7,500. 15,000. Minus 3,000. Let's pull everything. Yeah, fuck it. I want the Skull of Treason. Skull of Reason or Treason or whatever. Epic. Crypt Witch, I think that's a new one. One epic that oh man, I kind of forgot about Basilisk. I think that's also another new epic. And also, we're kind of like pulling all these Ancients is like just increasing our chances of getting a cool Legendary in another event, which is going to be amazing. Predicting the future. Rare attacks, and then we have, well, let's do single pulls, I guess. An epic, Terror Beast, I believe. Yep. So that's 2,000 points. Should we pull everything? Fuck it. I need to remember that we actually pull some epics in the temples, which I don't know how many points we have right now. But even if we have enough right now, I don't know, it's to a point where it's like, it's only 5 more, let's pull. Let's see if we get a Legendary, huh? 4 more, 3 more. It's also kind of nice to have some food. We don't usually... I don't know. I feel like it was a long time ago since we pulled shards. This video became something different. I did not expect to do what I'm doing now, but... Yeah. And we have the 5-star soul. I just want everything, okay? I'm a greedy son of a bitch, okay? And another rare. How many points is this? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why 4 pop-ups? 11,000? Okay, so one more sacred. Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Epic. Oh, wait a second. That means we need one more. Dude, at this point, I kind of want to pull them all. But I'm not gonna. Ananas, and that is... There it is, 15,000. So that's... No. Oh my god, I didn't count about that. No, wait a sec. We need to go all the way down here. I didn't think about that one. Oh my fuck. Dude. It just, you know. It's too little too late to regret. Okay? We're gonna have to pull everything. Dude, but I'm not pulling my primals. I'm gonna find other ways to get, you know. Or we could just pull a legendary. Or you're probably sitting at home and like, the fuck is this guy doing? To be honest, I have no clue. I just know what I want, and I'm gonna pull till I get it. This last one can definitely be a legendary, please. Fabian would be great. No. All right, there we go. I'm not sure if I think we're a bit off still. Maybe not. Ooh, just by a little. I'm not gonna pull a primal. But we're gonna get that as well. And then we're just gonna take these things. Then we have 800 and 900, and then we need to find another 100, which we can definitely do. Worst case, I'll just push this. That's a 40 right there. Hold on, let me actually... 40. I love how I'm doing this calculation afterwards. 40. That's another 30. Oops. Plus 30. Then we need another 30, which we can probably find. So unprofessional. Maybe 30 in the beginning here. There, yeah, that one. Okay. And we have a bunch of brews. Cool. Well, I don't know if we did something stupid here, but we did stuff. Is what we did. Okay. Am I proud of this? The 5-star soul, I am definitely gonna go all in on Telena, and you're probably gonna see her in some sort of way, maybe slot into PvP. I don't know, we'll see. But without further ado, let's pull the ticket we've all been waiting for. Let's get a void shard. Let's go. Oh, don't tease me. Oh, dude, whoa. Okay, XP barrel, not too bad. Alright guys, I post videos every day. If you like this sort of content, let me know, like and subscribe, and other than that, I'll see you guys next time.